We're always shooting for in VR that sense of presence. And visually is maybe half the equation, but in the case of things with Paul McCartney and his music, the sound and the music is even more important. Paul's always kind of, pushed technology from his days at the Beatles and in sound and audio. We heard from his people he was planning this box set release. We started having conversations of what else we could do in VR, because Paul, he's kind of become a face of VR, since the thing we did, over 2 years ago. We brought in Tony Kaye, who had also done some work with Paul in the past, and Tony is really a unique filmmaker, and we said, let's push it.
I've been kind of a known student of the Beatles for pretty much all my life. My excitement at the beginning, initially, was only to sort of be in the room with Paul, and listen to him talk about 5 of his songs, talk about those early days. This is my first experience with virtual reality. It's really an extension of the headphones. It's like headphones for the eyes and the ears. As a director, it quickly became apparent to me that sound was way more important than the picture. Geoff Emerick, the man who engineered Sgt. Pepper's and many other things for the Beatles. This was an incredible opportunity to bring him in here to, build a fuller, more narrative, classical, beautiful, kind of real sound, working with the sound designer. It tips down for a moment there.
Yeah, the middle ones aren't as aggressive sounding. We started just kind of improving the music, the sound effects, and the dialogue editing. And then I bring it over into the Dolby Atmos sessions, and Geoff and I dialed in what we were liking positionally for the music and the sound effects and stuff. We took all the original stems and panned them around in the room, kind of where the instruments in the room are. If you're turning and look at the keyboard, you're going to hear keyboards. If you look at the guitars, you hear the guitars. The biggest advantage, I think, of the Atmos over B format is the head tracking. Atmos, it's great because the score stays with you when you're turning, but everything still reads the panning. In the past, it was 10 things to get it all to work together. So being able to just stay in Pro Tools is a huge bonus.
Imagine sound. In fact, let's put this in afterwards, Mr. Soundman. Bang, bang. Yeah. So we got that, and then I played.
Right.
A little more.
A little more, I think we're fine.
Yeah. So we got that.
The height is very believable, I think.
Everybody gonna dance around tonight. Hey! Everybody gonna dance tonight.
To me, it was just kind of this crazy accident that virtual reality allowed that experience to go and talk to Paul about 5 of his songs.
We always talk about VR is that ticket you can't get or can't watch through traditional media. We could buy a ticket and go to a Paul McCartney concert, or we can watch a video, but you can't be in the recording studio with him. But in VR, capturing that visually and with Dolby Atmos, we can create those sorts of experiences. And fans love that. VR is the only way you can experience something like that unless you're actually there.
Everybody's gonna dance tonight. Everybody's gonna feel alright. Everybody's gonna dance around tonight.